What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the All Elite Wrestling Unmatched collection, Dr. Britt Baker, D.M.D. And so here we have the Unmatched Britt Baker pose and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through her accessories really fast. Britt Baker does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get the ungloved hands. And then we also do get a pair of hands that are wearing the black glove. She, of course, does come with her entrance coat, which looks really nice. It is a soft rubber, so do be aware of that. Other than that, Britt Baker here doesn't come with anything else. So let's actually take a closer look at her details. And so here we have a closer look at Britt Baker. And all I can say is, at least they tried. That is pretty much all I can really say about the face of this figure. I honestly have no idea who this is supposed to be. It says Britt Baker on the box, but that doesn't look anything like that. In what universe does Britt Baker look like this? And to be quite honest, the head sculpt is very, very terrible. It doesn't look like Britt Baker, and it's not the paint. The paint on it is okay, but it's the sculpt that is completely wrong. And for a figure that had so much hype behind it, you saw Britt Baker going on Twitter about it. Oh, they did Britt Baker completely dirty. They sullied the good doctor's name with this terrible, terrible head sculpt. I mean, I'm trying to find some angles, because sometimes the angles affect the way the face looks, but I can't find them. This is one of those examples of, they say that everybody has a good side. This figure doesn't have a good side, to be quite honest. At least the hair sculpt is nice. I can give it props there. The hair is sculpted really nicely. If you keep looking at the back of her head, this figure kind of resembles Britt Baker. And I do like the fact that they did have her hair parted right here, as she normally has. But yeah, I'm not feeling this face. And another thing to point out is the neck. Where is her neck, to be quite honest? And we're going to bring the box out for reference again. Britt Baker has a neck. You can see the neck right here. Where is the neck? The head sits very, very low on this figure, and it really makes it look even worse, to be quite honest. So, head sculpt aside, I think they did a really good job with this figure. Now, if we do have a look at her ring gear, which is black with silver, you can see the Britt Baker medical symbol right here, which I do like that. We have some really nice silvers going on, especially going up to her neck, which you can hardly see, but it is there. Then we go to the back. We have a tooth right there because she is the good dentist. Really looking good here. For what her attire is, they did a really good job, and I do like the fact that it is a unique sculpt. And that's one thing I have to credit Jazzwares on, is that so far every female figure has had a unique sculpt, so really nice work there. You can see her arms. I think they're reused from Brandy. I don't know. I don't have Brandy on hand. I put her away in storage, so I didn't dig around for her when looking for her. But we did have a look at Hikaru Shida, which had the sleeves. Britt Baker doesn't have any armbands, which kind of annoys me personally. But that's a personal take. I think there should always be some kind of break in the skin at some point. But yeah, no wrist tape here, but I do like the way her hands are sculpted in 2 different ways. I kind of would have liked to see a pair of fists with Britt Baker here. Her ring gear, I think at the bottom is the reuse from Brandy. I think from the midsection to the crotch piece is reused from Brandy Rhodes. Again, I don't have Brandy Rhodes on hand to compare, but it is completely different from Hikaru Shida, so there is that. Same thing with the thighs. I think this is unique to Britt Baker because she does have the knee sleeves right here, or the leg sleeves, whatever you want to call them. Really nice detail here. Her ring tights have that same motif that we saw on the top. Would have liked it if this was actually sculpted detail, and I think Jazzwares should have done that. We of course do have the Britt Baker emblem right here which looks really nice, and I think we have the same emblem there. I thought it was a tooth, but no, it's not, unfortunately. So she is wearing the leg sleeves right here. As you can see, they look really nice. They are sculpted really well. And then she does have the silver shoes with the tooth right here. I really do like the detailing on her shoes. They did a really good job there, especially with the tooth decal. I really do like that emblem. It's a really cute tooth. And then her shoes are a little bit cartoony, to be quite honest. Everything about this figure seems a little bit cartoony. Her feet seem wide and big, and then the face, don't know who they were trying to capture with this figure, but yeah. I'm going to try not talking about the face of this figure till my final thoughts. But anyway, that's Britt Baker's details for you guys. So what we're going to do now is actually get her compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Britt Baker posed next to the Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And so here we have Britt Baker posed next to an Unrivaled Collection Jon Moxley and Hikaru Shida. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a good look at Dr. Britt Baker's articulation. Now, because of the way her head sits so low on that joint, we don't get too much downward movement. We do get a little bit, and oh my god, that's so ugly. Going back, we don't get any sort of movement, and if you do try to rotate her head, because of the way her hair sculpt is, it's always going to have her looking down at an angle, so do be aware of that. You can almost get it to look straight, but yeah, you're fighting the hair sculpt all the time. Arms are on a ball joint that does go out to the side, goes all the way around. You just gotta watch out for the hair, but it does go all the way around. We do have a bicep swivel, which works fine. Double bend at the elbow, giving us some really good range. You can even throw a salute, which looks nice. We do have a swivel hinge at the wrist, which works perfectly fine. A ball joint at the mid-torso, which does tilt to the side really nicely, leans back, goes forward only to about right there before it feels like gonna pop the joint out of socket. It does, of course, rotate right there. We do have rotation at the waist, although I would argue to rotate up here because that really does break up the sculpt a lot. Hips, not the greatest articulation that we've ever seen. Her hips virtually go out to about right there. You could try to push it a little bit further, but then you're going to start cutting into the plastic, and that's something you don't want to do. We do go out to the side. I think Hikaru Shida went out a little bit further. I think she got the full split, but I guess that's decent. We do have rotation here at the thigh, double bend here at the knee, going very far back. I do like that. Swivel at the boot. Then we do get a hinge which goes back really nicely, goes forward, not the best that we've ever seen, and then forward facing pin does seem to fight against itself. You can see it is bumping the sculpt a lot, and I almost feel like I'm going to break it if I force it, and that made it get quite a bit loose. So yeah, do be aware of that the forward facing pin for Rocker is a little bit useless because of the way it is sculpted. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D. posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the AEW Unmatched collection, Dr. Britt Baker D.M.D. posed for my final thoughts, and overall, this figure does a few things right and several things completely wrong. For starters, well, let's actually take a look at her entrance jacket. Though she does come with the entrance jacket, and I am happy about that, I'm not a fan of the big rubber coat, and it is a little bit weird that we got soft goods with the Young Bucks, but every other figure to date that wears a jacket gets a rubber jacket. I wonder why that is, but it is really nicely detailed, so I will give it that. But I'm not a fan of these big rubber coats, and that's something that I think Jazzware said they wouldn't do too often. I might be wrong, but somebody let me know down in the comments. And another thing I don't like about this figure is the face sculpt. I don't know who they were modeled this figure after. It's obviously not Britt Baker, because this figure looks nothing like Britt Baker, and that is a problem we have seen with the Unrivaled collection, is that some figures look like who they're supposed to be, but a vast majority of them have terrible head sculpts. Let's not sugarcoat it here. Britt Baker here is one of those figures with a terrible head sculpt, and yeah, I can't put it any lightly. Even though the figure from the neck down looks really good, the head kind of kills the look of the figure because it's supposed to be Dr. Britt Baker. And who we got? I honestly don't know. If you guys know who she looks like, let me know down in the comments, because it's obviously not the good Doctor, unfortunately. If you are looking for the Unmatched collection, I have seen it pop up at my local Target, which is where I picked up Britt Baker. Kind of regretting picking her up, but it does give me some more females for the AEW shelf, so I guess I can count it as a win. To date, I think she's the 4th female figure that AEW has made, and with all the hype surrounding this figure, I'm honestly surprised it turned out this bad. It is, wow, they could have done so much more, to be quite honest. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other AEW videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos. And as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.